it's Charlene from the Crafty Art Shack, and we're here today because we're going to do another Christmas craft. Look at all this stuff. Yep, we're going to be making something with our little top hats that we made on another video, and this is the video. So let's get to the craft desk and get started. Let's go. Okay guys, we're here at the craft desk, and what we're doing now is we've got two wreaths. They're two different sizes, and we picked those out like that on purpose, and those came from the Dollar Tree. And what we're doing now is we're going to take some wire that we got from the Dollar Tree in the floral department, and we're going to wire these two pieces together so that they're nice and snug, and you just twist that and then you wrap around several times, and then what you're going to end up doing is just twisting it. You want to wrap it around until you got about 2 inches wrapped distance so that it's nice and secure. And then you're going to take and trim this off with your pliers, and you're going to twist it into place like I'm showing you here, and then come in with the pliers, and we're just going to cut it off right there. Then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take and put some hot glue on this to secure it so that they're hooked together really good. We don't want them to come apart, and we're just getting that glue, working it down in between those twigs. Then the next thing that I'm showing you here is that this is a cloth that we got out of the automotive department. It's one of those microfiber cloths, and we're going to cut about a 4-inch strip all the way across the material. And you see me keep folding that material up. That's so that I get somewhat of a straight line in the cloth when I'm cutting it. And that's just one of those microfiber towels from the automotive department. And then the next thing I'm doing is I'm trimming off that stitched edge because I don't have it on both sides of the cloth, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fray the edges of my cloth to make it look like a scarf, and I'm just cutting about a 2-inch slit along that edge, and then I'll go down to the other end and do the same thing, and that'll make it look like a scarf that you just bought out of the store. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take that scarf and we're going to wrap it around right there where the two wreaths come together, and we're going to pull it tight between that wreath and over that, and then across the front of it. If you kind of understand what I'm saying, trying to put a little bit of glue down and put that down, and that'll secure that on that side. Then I'm going to come put some glue in the center. And then as I wrap this over the top, I'm going to put some glue down here and get it snug into place. And voila, we have a little scarf for our little snowman that we're making. Okay, what you see me doing now is I'm cutting two 10-inch ribbons out of this 2-inch wide ribbon. And then I'm going to take and dovetail the ends of it. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to crisscross them in an X pattern. I started to bunch them up, but I decided I would show y'all the easy way to do this. And I'm going to take and crisscross these in an X pattern. And then I'm going to take a stapler and staple them both together right in the middle of the X, and you'll see that come up here in just a minute. Here's where I crisscross them, and then I'm going to take that stapler and staple right in the center of them, and that just holds them in place and makes it easier for me to work with them when I get all my ribbons together. Okay, the next thing I'm doing is I'm measuring out. I'm going to cut 16 pieces of ribbon. And I've got 4 different kinds here, and I'm going to cut them. I'm showing you that I put them on my bow thing so I can roll them all out at the same time, and I don't have to worry about them running away from me. And so what I'm doing is I'm measuring out 16 of these, and I'm going to cut them in 8-inch strips. And then when I get done with that, I'll be right back. Okay, I went through and I took all my ribbons and I either dovetailed them or cut them at an angle. And now I'm going to place them down in the X pattern until I get them all stacked up. And then once I do that, then I'm going to take and staple them in the center. And I'm going to let this play out so that you can see how I laid them out as far as the ribbons, so that you can understand how I make my version of a messy bow. And to me, this is the easiest way to make the cutest little bow there is. And there, I'm showing you how I laid them out in the X pattern, and then I'll come back and lay them over the top of that. Okay, I'm going to just keep stacking them until I get them stacked up. Then I'm going to staple them right here in the center because that's going to help me make this bow easy. Then I'm going to take a pipe cleaner, put it over the center, scrunch it up, and twist it on, fold it over. And then I'm going to add my next step. I'm going to scrunch it up and stick it on there and take my pipe cleaner and twist it on. And that gives me that messy bow. And look how that bow just pops up there once you get it all tightened up and everything. And that's just beautiful. And I loved making these bows. They're the easiest to make. And now I'm just going to attach it to that scarf right there, and I'm going to twist tie it onto that. And then the next thing you'll see me do is I'll turn it back over and I'll anchor it down by running it through some of the twig there, and then tightening it up, and then I'll secure it with some hot glue at some point in here. Now I'm going to make the tails, and for this you're going to need one piece that's 20 inches long, and then you're going to dovetail the ends of it, and then you're going to take and find the center of it, and then you're going to add it to the back of this. And then I decide, no, I need to add it to the front, so I scrunch up my bow again, I bring it around, and then I'm going to tie it onto my bow from the front. And then I'm going to straighten it out, and then I'm going to fluff my bow back out and back down because I just made my bow poof up even more. And so I want to find the center of it and lay it out a little bit more. And next thing I'm doing is I'm trying to figure out what I want to put in the center of this bow. I need to add some greenery, so I'm going to take a holly leaf and just stick it right in the center. And that came out of my bits and bop bag, and those little berries came out of my bits and bops. And I'm going to take and glue down this holly leaf in the center of that, and then you'll see me anchor that holly leaf onto the scarf. And then I'm going to take and put some glue down and put my berries down right in the center of that, and then I'll add the second berry in. And then that just turns out too cute. Really cute. Now I'm fluffing up my bow again. You'll see me mess with my bow several times when I'm working on projects because I like to see them fluffed up and what it's actually going to look like. Next, I'm going to take and stick this little top hat on here. And I was just looking to see where it needed to go. And I'm going to take a pipe cleaner and hot glue that to the bottom of this hat so that I have a way to anchor it onto my wreath. Okay, once I get the hot glue on here, then I'm going to open my little pipe cleaner up, and because I found the center of it, glued it down. Now I'm adding a little bit more glue because I want to make sure it's good and anchored. And then once that dries, I'm going to take this and stick it onto the little top hat, twist it on, and then push those little pieces down so that I can put some more glue on those and anchor it again in another place. And I'm going to just make sure this is good and anchored down because we don't want our little top hat going anywhere. We did a lot of work on those, and it just turned out too cute. So I'm having to wait for it to dry. Okay, the next thing we need to do is make his little arms. So I'm going to pick out two of the sprigs off of this holly leaf flower that I got from the Dollar Tree, and it's got some little berries and holly leaves. And so I get 2 of the garland trim pieces, then I get 2 of these red glittery stick looking things, and then I take my little holly leaf flowers and I'm just adjusting them, and then I'm going to put 1 of these little red sticks, glitter sticks with it, and then I'm going to take my garland tie and fold it in half and lay it up into this section. And then I'm going to take a little pipe cleaner that I cut in half, and I'm going to tie those together in a few minutes. But I'm setting up the second one here since I know what I want them to look like. And then I'm just adjusting those leaves out, getting it to look just like I want it to. And then I'm going to come in with a pipe cleaner, and I'm going to take that half of a pipe cleaner and I'm going to take and twist it around this and get it all snugged up together so that it doesn't come apart, and I can glue it to the back of my wreath. And I get both of these little bundles set up for his little arms, and then I will bring over my wreath again. I got to clean my table with that little desk vacuum. If you don't have one of those, get it. So now I'm bringing it over, and I need to see where my arms are going to go. Hang on, and I'll have it back in the shot in just a second. I'm going to take and hot glue these little arms down to the wreath in several different places, making sure I have them anchored really good. All right, you guys, we just finished our cute little snowman wreath, and isn't this just adorable? We used our little hat from our other project in this video, and we took our inspiration from this one, from this picture here. And we hope that you are enjoying all of our videos, and we want to thank y'all that are already subscribers. We appreciate you, and we thank you for subscribing, and we hope to bring you more content that you enjoy seeing. And we'll see you later again on the Crafty Art Shack, and we'll see you later. Bye.